Let's start with the crucifixion.
That was a incredibly brutal experience, that he was stripped, that he was tied to a post, that he was beaten with a whip that had jagged bits of sheep bone embedded in it and balls of lead. The balls of lead would break open the back. The jagged sheep bone would cut the flesh. There's a eyewitness to a Roman flogging who described it this way. He said, the sufferer's veins were laid bare, and the very muscles and tendons and bowels of the victim were laid open to exposure. So this was a horrific beating, and it put him in what's called hypovolemic shock, which is shock from a great loss of blood. And you can see evidence of that in the fact he couldn't carry the crossbeam of the cross very far. And also he had great thirst and so forth. Here he is already in critical condition before he's even crucified. And then nails are driven through his wrists and through his feet. He's hoisted on the cross. And what happens when you're in that position, it puts incredible stresses on your chest muscles. So you can't breathe. You're on the cross, and the only way you can continue to breathe is by lessening the stress on your chest muscles. The only way you can do that is push up with your feet, which of course have a spike through them, and your bloodied back is now scraping against the coarse wood of the cross. You let up and you can exhale, and then you inhale again, and then you settle down, and then you just keep going through that motion time and time again until you can't do it anymore. You actually end up dying of asphyxiation. And what's interesting as well is that this would cause fluid to collect around your heart and around your lungs. And so when the spear was thrust into him to make sure he was dead, John interestingly describes water and blood coming out, and he was declared dead. The Journal of the American Medical Association several years ago published an evaluation of the death of Jesus Christ, and the conclusion was, quote, clearly the weight of the historical and medical evidence indicates that Jesus was dead even before the wound to his side was inflicted.